State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for Dion Lewis. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Dion Lewis, the ball carrier.
A look at the numbers last week for Dion Lewis.
33-yard line.
6 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight. So the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there. But they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
It's
an early task. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mike 54. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Murray's pass.
So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Good for a
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
49-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Dion Lewis, the ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Brought down at the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
We're scoreless after one.
Quarter with no score.
Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. Looking to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. He's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Elijah Penny.
Elijah Penny. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we have the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play. Just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Cardinals, nothing.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will be a touchback, no return from Isabella.
At their own 25-yard line.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Are you serious?
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Kenyon Drake, the
Some
ball
of these
carrier.
play calls, I think
He's
they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. On the return, it's Tate. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own
the Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones, he'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. When we think about these two franchises, the Cardinals and the Giants, so much riding on their young quarterbacks. And they were the first 2 QBs taken in the draft back in 2019. Murray first to the Cardinals and Daniel Jones 6 to the Giants. 7 yards there and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And Murray gets this into the hands of Edmonds. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Murray to air it out again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Leonard Williams. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
3rd and long.
Shotgun now from Murray. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage able to knock that one away.
Attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Cardinals 3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And the Giants ready to come out now. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
At the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Catch made by Slayton. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And 9.
Don't get nervous. 58. Let's go. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Hard throw, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Hawk 70. Yanks the mic. Watch the slant. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Hurt. All day, baby. Over. 7 Pirates.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to let one fly for Tate, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Man open left side, it's Williams. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Complete to Max Williams. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
So we've reached halftime here. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Gano set to kick off.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Isabella on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
At the 23-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey. 4 down.
Right back to Drake. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to
He
go.
was brought down at the 26. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Check. 53's mine.
Throwing now is Murray.
I'm here all day.
He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Complete to
A strong
Drake.
8 yards will keep this drive rolling. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down.
I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Murray. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Williams.
That catch good for only a couple. So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams.
Murray's pass. Complete to
I think it's
Max
okay that
Williams.
they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Complete to Max
Third catch
Williams.
for him on this drive alone, and
It's
it'll
a
give
gain
him a
of 20.
first down.
First down,
It is fun to watch the
Arizona.
big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Kenyon Drake
Just a
on
yard
the
on the
carry.
pickup there, and it'll bring up a
He's
second and
tackled
9.
at the 40-yard
I have to
line.
think a major focus of the
1 yard
halftime
gain
meets had to be
brings
figuring
up
out how to create
second and
space for the
9.
running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's
Murray's
secure
pass.
before they slide off,
Complete
and try and
to
chip
Max
someone at the
Williams.
second level.
27 yards
27
there,
on
a
the play.
first down.
First down,
I
Cardinals.
love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Intended
The
for Max
passing
Williams.
windows are just not there.
Incomplete.
That's just another example of how
It's
great
now
this
second
defense
and
has been
10.
all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Murray's
DeAndre
pass.
Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the
for
intended
DeAndre
receiver.
Hopkins.
And that takes us from
Incomplete.
second to third down. An
It's
important play right here, third and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Yards to go.
To throw on third down, Murray. Flushed out right. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two
Murray on the
short.
keeper.
The scramble good for a nice
The
gain
tackle
of 10
made at the
yards,
3-yard
but still
line.
fourth down.
A
I like his
pickup of
effort
10.
there. He got it
But
done
it
on
brings
his
up
own. But let's
fourth
face it,
down.
he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he
Kenyon
might
Drake,
pick up the
ball
first down.
carrier.
The decision to
Taken
go
down
for
right
it
at
pays
the line of
off, and now
scrimmage.
they're set up first and goal.
At the
Deep in the
3-yard
red
line.
zone, seemed like they had their mind made up that that was four-down territory, and now they've got it inside the 5.
I like the way you looked at that because you're thinking just like a play caller and a head coach who gave the play caller that authority. It was four-down territory. They went for it, picked it
It's a
up.
gain of a
They didn't get the
yard.
touchdown,
Brings up
but what a great
second and
consolation
goal.
prize. A
At
new
the
set of
2-yard
downs
line.
and another shot at the end zone.
They'll hand it to Drake here on the option. And this has been a familiar
Drake
sight
again, the
all
ball carrier.
afternoon as they
He was
stop him
brought down
behind
by
the
Blake
line.
Martinez.
And that is going
That's
to do
the
it
end of the third
for this
quarter of
third
play.
quarter of
With
action.
the score,
We'll return
Giants
with more
7,
after this break.
Cardinals 3.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
65, 65, 65.
Murray now, third and goal. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown,
Murray's
Cardinals.
pass complete to Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Touchdown, Arizona.
His fourth touchdown
Dave
on the
Gonzalez
year.
lining up
And
for
the
the extra
Cardinals
point.
have taken the lead. And down near the goal line
The
here,
kick is
they're able to
good.
throw it in.
And the key word,
Makes the
quick.
score
Quick hitter
Cardinals
out of his
10,
hands fast,
Giants
into the
7.
receiver's hands even faster.
Now after the touchdown,
Zane
here's
Gonzalez
Gonzalez
to
on to
off
kick
for
it away.
Arizona.
Pettis now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy
Dante
of the
Pettis on
30-yard
the
line.
return. The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard
As the
line.
Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this
That's
means nothing
good
so
for
far.
the Giants.
We've got to cover this,
First
get it
down.
done. What do we want to be? It's
First
like
and
winning
10
a
at the
title in
45-yard
August, right, in
line.
preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. The throw over the middle taken in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Now they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now left side on the swing pass. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
To Dion Lewis. It's a gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Jones' pass intended for Evan Ingram. Incomplete. Buda
The
Baker
Giants
there
on
the
third
coverage.
down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And that makes it 14-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
At their own 25-yard line.
The football going back over to Arizona now. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of.
Touchdown, Cardinals!
Murray's
Kenyon
pass
Drake, his
Drake.
2nd touchdown on the season.
Arizona.
And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going
The
to
kick
cover,
is good.
and you get him into space,
Makes the
which is where he
score
likes to
Cardinals
operate with the ball in his
17.
hands. Oftentimes
Giants
makes people
14.
miss, gets that run after the catch,
Zane
and off he
Gonzalez
goes.
to kick off
into
for
the end
Arizona.
zone. Pettis now on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. Certainly they want to win this game, but down 3, they know what they need to do. Get in field goal range, at least have a chance to tie it.
Watch the screen.
And if you approach it the right way, you almost have a safety net. Knowing just a field goal gets it done, you don't press for the touchdown, but you take it if the opportunity comes. If the opening's there, someone slips in the secondary and you get a big play. But otherwise, get the 3, put that on the board, and try to extend the game.
Well, they tried to muster 3. Of course, they'd love the score to win it.
Pick it up, D. Right over there, right over there.
Jones going to throw again.
Hey, let's get this.
Caught right side, Tate.
Jones
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
A gain of
9 yards,
brings
not
up
quite
3rd
enough, and they'll be
and
left
1.
now with 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
First down.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They'll stay with Lewis here on 1st down. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now
at
Lewis.
their 49-yard line.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Lewis, the ball carrier.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Third and 8.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Here's Jones to throw on third down, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Double up. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Alert 3, alert 3. 72. Hey, kill. Check that. Street, motion, reset. Hurry. Mike 5-9. And we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge.
This is Lewis on the handoff. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Lewis, the ball carrier.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 25-yard line.
Back to throw. This one is Slayton over the middle.
Darius
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Giants are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD.
Touchdown,
Dion
Giants.
Lewis. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down 20-17, 70 seconds remaining. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up first and 10.
Mike 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
To throw is Murray on the slant, complete to Hopkins.
Murray's
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. First down now, but that clock rolling. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I were going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside, or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT.
With the score all tied.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Pettis now on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Pettis on the return. The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down and attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Now a first throw here in overtime. And that will be incomplete.
Jones pass.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, Jones. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
33-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Jones. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Dion Lewis, the ball carrier.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT.
It's now 3rd and goal.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Now Jones. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.
Giants.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Giants, the win.